Hello everyone. Uh, I was not going to make this video, but the opportunity set itself. So today thank you Birdie, we'll be harvesting the second wave of peaches from this tree, and I'm going to be processing them and show you what I do with the peels and the rinsing water, the peach leftovers. I use everything in the garden. So hop along. Let's go. Hi there, I am Gia, and I garden in Portugal on the Silver Coast in Zone 10B. I share my life in this small space with nature, my pet cats, and all of you who wish to join in our adventures. So welcome. Here we cats, here we garden, and here we cat. So, I need like organization so I can work. So I'm setting a working space here in the garden so that I can work on the peaches and it's not such an overwhelming task. So let me set this up. Okay, so I've set here This is for the seeds, this is for the peels, and this is to rinse each one before I start cutting them. And this is the bag for the fruit, so I can freeze immediately. The freshest I can freeze, the better. So this is my improved working station out here in the middle of the garden. So let's get to work. This is gonna take forever. Might as well sing while I do this. Some of these are already super ripe, so I'm removing whatever's too ripe. Nothing is going to waste. No, sir. No, sir. Okay, so I got my first baggie here. Just gonna, I don't have a lot of freezer space, so I have to put this in very small quantities and flat as possible. So my first bag is done. I'm going to put this on the freezer ASAP, and then I'll come back. So here is the water from the first peach batch. It has a lot of peach juice and peach pieces. I'm going to add this to the garden right away, as fresh as possible. I'm going to dilute a little bit in my watering cans, and I'm going to use this in the garden right away and then rinse the bowl and start again. I have rinsed my utensils. I have changed everything. I have watered parts of the garden, and now it's time for take two. This is one of those things that makes sense to me, and it's one of those things that I have to do in a certain way in my garden. This may seem totally bonkers to you and unnecessary, and that's okay. This is how I need to do it so I can function, so I can feel that I'm doing the right thing. So that's why I also share these things, because sometimes people don't share the weird stuff that they do. I mean, I don't think this is weird. I'm just using everything the best I can. But it may seem completely unnecessary to others. I'm finished. This is my second bag. No, let me go. This took way longer than it needed, but it's me. I'm slowpoke. I think I've been here for an hour or more. Sure. Let me take care of this. There's still stuff to do. Okay. Well, the peels I will be burying. I will do some in the ground beds. I will bury for organic matter. These I still am going to rinse. I'm going to rinse, and there's Badeshu making an appearance, of course. Okay, so I got another bowl of water to show you what I do, because I want to use the rest of the organic matter. So I will clean this as good as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll let the ants do the rest of the job. If it's too hard to rinse. But yeah, I'll keep doing this until these are all done. The flies are already around me, detecting the peachy smell. Some of these are really soft, so they're really easy. But I'm not even gonna have too much work with this. Just remove them. I just want the water to be juicy with peach goodness. That's it. Not even gonna worry. Some of these are really easy and some are not. Not gonna worry. Just have to make sure I don't leave any seed in here. Okay, this is one of my in-ground beds with the courgette and either a watermelon or something of the family. So this is the peach rinsing water, the leftover. This is one of the, I think I made 3 or 4 of these with the peaches. So I'm just gonna add here because I know they like it. But not all. I'm going to add more water and do another. Oops. Blocking the sun. Same thing here. I have here. This is a type of melon. I think it's a white melon. I just threw in the seeds and they sprouted and I thinned them out and I left 4. Yes, 4 is too much. Doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna let them here and let them sprawl around this part of the garden. So yeah, this is why I like to use every single bit of organic matter that I can. There's a grasshopper. So I'm gonna take the time as I eat some of my peaches to talk about one of the hardest things for me, which is actually keeping up with the harvests and processing whatever, either fruit or vegetables. Or that is the hardest part for me. One of the hardest parts for me because I take so long doing things. I think most people don't take as much time as me, but since I have to do things in a very specific way, yeah, that. But hey, I'm still enjoying my peaches, and that's still amazing. They're so good. I can't. There's no, I don't know, there's no better thing for me. Just harvesting and eating something fresh and sweet from nature. Once you know, once you have fruit from your garden, you know. And some will be better than others. These are great. Others are not so great. But I cherish every single one, either good or bad. So there are still a few peaches left on the tree. I think about 10, but it's pretty much done. I'm glad I got the haul that I did, that I was able to share with my parents and my family. So that's always nice. That's just one peach tree that's about, I think, 3 years old. No, 3.5 maybe, no more than that. And she's already, this is the first year that it gave peaches, but they're wonderful. I'm so happy I just let it grow. I just let this grow, and I got really lucky with with the kind of peaches that I have. So that's pretty amazing. Um, so thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next pa. Bye. And for more gardening videos, I suggest you check some of these.